Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be sharing another Q&A, and this is the cleaning part of my Q&A. I had a bunch of questions, so I had a personal Q&A, just things about my life and myself, and I had a YouTube Q&A which shared like things about my YouTube channel and how to grow your YouTube channel, tips on starting, everything, just anything YouTube related. That was in that one, and I will link both of those down below for you guys in case you're interested in watching. But this one is going to be all about cleaning and decluttering and things like that. Just any of the questions you guys were curious about for that. So let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, the first question is my number one favorite cleaning product and why. That's hard. I get pretty excited about cleaning products anymore, especially ordering through Grove. And there are just so many like clean and like non-toxic cleaners, and they smell so good. So I just love so many ones. I think if I could only have one, I would say the e-cloth is like my very favorite. They have several cloths, but like e-cloths in general are my favorite because they are so versatile. They actually disinfect and they only need to be cleaned, like used with water. So those are my probably number one favorite cleaner. If it's not just like a cloth though, like a cleaning like that, but actually like a spray kind of product, I would definitely say the Caldre all-purpose concentrate in the scent Sea Salt Neroli. And the all-purpose concentrate I get from Grove Collaborative, which I always have a link in the description box giving you guys lots of goodies. So if you have not jumped on the bandwagon, I would suggest trying it out. You can always cancel with them, but they do give you a ton of free goodies in the beginning, so it's definitely worth at least that very first order. But my very favorite one from them is the Caldre all-purpose cleaner. It comes in like a big bottle, and I got the bottle last October or September, and I still have, I mean, I've only used like, you know, this much maybe, because it's so concentrated. So you only need like a tablespoon or something, and then you mix it into a big spray bottle, and you can use it as like an all-purpose cleaner. If I'm trying to get like grease and things like that off of something, I will just like dilute it a little bit less and dip my rags in it with some water and wipe everything down, and it just works on so many different things, and the smell is amazing. Someone told me the other day it smells like, it sounds weird, and I actually don't, it kind of like explains it perfectly, but I don't know if it sounds really great. It's like beachy mixed with like men's cologne kind of. It's so good though. It is amazing. So that is my favorite like cleaner, and the e-cloths are my favorite thing to clean with, I would say. So kind of cheating, but that's what I would say. Okay, so the next question is, I recently watched your video for the homemade laundry detergent. Is it safe for HE machines? It is. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link that up here for you guys, but I do make my own homemade laundry detergent. It's way cheaper than going to the stores and getting stuff, especially if you're gonna try and get like a non-toxic one, and the one that I make is a non-toxic cleaner, but I really love it. I've been making it for years, and I think I can make it for like under $30. And it lasts almost a year. So it works really well. We've always had HE machines, like high efficiency machines, and it's never caused a problem or anything like that. My mom has used it. My sister-in-law, I believe, uses it. I've found that so many people use it and they have never had a problem. So definitely check that one out. It's a really good one. The next question is, what are your favorite cleaning products? So I actually kept this one in there just because the other one was just like my very favorite one, and I wanted to say a few. So again, I would say the Caldre in the Sea Salt Neroli is like amazing. I also love the Mrs. Meyer's cream, the baking soda cream cleaner. That one is incredible. It just is really good if you need like a little bit of a little more abrasive product. So I use it all the time to like clean my sink or something like that, where I just want a little extra shine to kind of buff it out and polish it a little bit. That one is amazing. Of course, the e-cloths. I actually have to say I love the Grove Collaborative microfiber cloths, and I can't believe I'm saying that because if you've watched my videos before, you know I've talked about how I do not really like microfiber cloths. They kind of like stick to my fingers, and I used to think I was crazy because everyone was like crazy about microfiber cloths. But when I told you guys the first time, so many people commented saying they felt the same, and you guys like agreed with what I was saying, how it kind of like sticks to your fingers, like no matter how dry my hands are, it just always like feels sticky. And so I don't like them, but the Grove Collaborative brand is amazing. It cleans so well and it doesn't have that like sticky feel, like it doesn't just stick to your hands. So I actually really, really love those ones. And then for dish soaps, I really love the Method dish soaps. I feel like they foam really well and they just clean really, really well. So those are probably my favorite like cleaning products. The next question is, at what age did you start having your boys do chores and what is your reward system like? We started the boys doing chores, I mean, I would say ever since they were like 1, but not like chores, like where you have to go do your chores. But, you know, when they were like 1, I would be putting away the dishes and my boys will always just come up and like start helping like, you know, putting the silverware in the silverware drawer. Of course it doesn't go where it's supposed to go, but they're kind of getting that idea. And when I go in the laundry room, you know, they just always follow you around at that age. And so instead of me just putting the clothes into the dryer, I would actually hand it to them and they would put it in the dryer, you know, and you can lift them up and have them push the button. And just kind of like getting them used to things like that, I think is good, because when they're so young, they just want to do everything you do. And so if you include them in your daily chores, they will kind of grow up like learning to help out with things like that. And, you know, as they got older and older, like you just kind of give them a little bit, you let them help you with more and more things. And then I would say we start more around like 4, probably, when they actually have like chores that they kind of need to like help do. And of course, when they're younger, like they don't have as much. But like what my boys do right now, because Luke is 7 and Liam is 4, Noah is just 2, but Luke and Liam wake up in the morning and their job is to put away all the dishes, because I run my dishwasher at night. So they will work together and put the dishes into like all the cabinets and everything, and anything they don't know where it goes, they'll just put it on the counter and I will just, you know, deal with it. And then they also need to make sure their playroom is like pretty picked up in the morning. And then I also have them make their beds. So it's not really like much, but it's enough that they have just some responsibility, and it's mostly just responsibility for their own things, and then they help out with, you know, like the putting away the dishes. And then I also will have them help me put away their laundry. Noah is, sometimes I will just do it for him, sometimes I'll, you know, fold it all and then have him put it in. And with Luke and Liam, sometimes they'll do it on their own, sometimes I'll help them fold it. It just depends like on the week, but I do have them help with that as well. And that is only once a week, so that's not really like a big deal. We usually do that on Monday nights, but that is the chores that my kids do. And I do feel like it's pretty important to just teach them chores and teach them some responsibility. I definitely feel like they just need to be kids, so a lot of times they're not sitting there doing a bunch of chores, but just having them know that they need to help out in the family and just kind of contribute really does help. If they do their chores every day, then they will get a little bit of an allowance. And if they are really bad, then they just won't get allowance. So we will only give them an allowance if they are actually earning it. Okay, so the next question is how to stay motivated to keep your house clean. So I will actually link a video for you guys. I'm sure that by the time you're watching this video is up, so I will go ahead and link it up here. But I am just going to be sharing like 5 different ways that you can help yourself get motivated and learn to love to clean. I feel like when you start to enjoy cleaning, it's not such a chore, and so you will see all the benefits from it, and it won't be something that you really dread doing. It'll just be kind of like part of your day and something that you can even find enjoyment for. So I will leave that video linked for you guys, because I think that is going to be like the best way to answer this question. So definitely go check it out. And like I said, I will have it linked up here, and I'll also try and link it down in the description box for you guys. So the next question is, have you always been a neat or clean person, or when did you notice that started developing in your life? So I've always been pretty into organizing and organization. I think I always kept a pretty clean house, but once I had kids, I really noticed the importance of it. It was more than just like looking clean and enjoying the clean house, because I feel like it actually brought a lot of peace into our home and into our family. I can definitely tell when our house is just cluttered and it's out of order. There's more fighting, people are in worse moods, and so whenever I see that kind of happening, I'm like, all right, I better get my butt in gear and make sure we need to just like, you know, clean the house together real quick and put things away kind of out of sight. It doesn't have to be like totally spotless, but keeping it pretty picked up at least is just definitely brings a lot of peace into your home. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have noticed that as well, having a clean house, just kind of bringing peace into your family. So the next question is, can you do a laundry routine? So this one is more of a request, I guess, but I actually wanted to see if you guys would be interested in seeing this, because I do have a laundry routine that I kind of stick to every week, and I do feel like it helps me keep on track of just getting all the laundry done, because as you know, laundry really stacks up. So let me know in the comments below if you are interested in me sharing a laundry routine, because if there's enough interest, I will definitely film that for you guys. All right, the next one is, in your opinion, what is the best vacuum for carpet? I have to say the Dyson. I haven't tried like the Shark, and I've actually heard that the Shark is really pretty good. I do feel like having a cordless vacuum makes your life so much easier, but I know they are expensive, so I would definitely check like on Amazon. I know a lot of times they have them for pretty cheap, and I think in my Amazon link that's in the description box, I think I have one that's maybe like $250 or under, and then I have the V8 Absolute, which is the one that I have, but you can find them for pretty inexpensive, I mean, as far as vacuums go. But I do feel like having a cordless vacuum is really important, but you do need to get like a good brand, because I actually have tried the Prasinic P9 vacuum that they sent me a while back to kind of see a cheaper version of a Dyson. And I do really like that vacuum. I think for the price, it's a great deal, but it is not as good for carpet. So if you have hardwood floors, I think that one's a good one. But if you have a lot of carpet, then I think you're going to need an additional vacuum for that. So in that case, I would just recommend getting something else. I would just say the Dyson. We've had a cord Dyson, like a regular Dyson, and that works amazing. I still have it. I don't use it very much because I just use my cordless all the time. It's just way more convenient. But I do think, you know, sometimes you get what you pay for, and I know it's more expensive, but if you're able to like put some money back and try to save up for that, I think that is definitely the best route, is just getting a Dyson or maybe even a Shark, because I have heard people say they've tried them and that would, you know, that they're really good. So let me know if you have a Shark or another cordless vacuum or something like that that you feel like works really, really well. And I also will say we do have a Roomba, and the Roomba works amazing with dog hair, with kids, with everything. It works really, really good. So if you don't even want to bother vacuum all the time, like in our last house, I just had the Roomba go around. If you have carpet, it's perfect. If you have a lot of wood, it can be a little echoey. But if we have carpet, we just had mostly carpet in our last house, and I had it go around every day, and I only had to vacuum like once a week. It was amazing. So I also will leave that one linked for you guys. I think it might be in my Amazon store as well, but that's a good one too. And I will actually try and reach out to Dyson, because that would be really awesome if I could get you guys some kind of discount code. I don't know if they would go for it, but you know I will try, because I love getting discounts for you guys. The next question is, I am one of your new subscribers. Do you clean your house every day the way you do in your videos? And if you do, power to you, girl. So I actually, it's kind of hard. I kind of do and I kind of don't. I would say our house stays about as clean as I get them in the videos. Besides the mopping, I don't mop every single day. And the biggest thing is in my videos, you know, it's just constant cleaning for like an hour or hour and a half when I'm filming and have to move the tripod around. But if I'm just, you know, in the regular day and I'm not filming it, I will do everything, but I will do it broken up a lot more. I won't just do like a whole power hour, you know, a lot of times, or, you know, like an entire, like clean like the entire house. If I'm gonna clean the entire house, a lot of times I will just, you know, clean the kitchen and then pick up the living room and then vacuum the living room later on, and you know, just kind of break it up a little bit more. But I do have our house pretty clean, and like I said, I do stay motivated because one, I do kind of enjoy cleaning, and two, I just feel like it is really worth it for our family. It just brings a lot more peace into our house. Okay, so the next question is, ever since I became a new subscriber, I've been following your nightly routine and I am amazed. I usually just clean as I go, but it can be so tiring. I'm not sure if you have a video or a schedule that you follow daily with chores, but if you do, please share. I do. I have a morning cleaning routine and a nighttime cleaning routine and a weekly cleaning routine. My weekly cleaning routine is kind of under construction right now. I'm really kind of revamping it and figuring out what works for me at this point in my life, with my kids being a little bit older, and also with our house being so different from our house before, because what worked there just doesn't really work here so much. And so I'm kind of revamping that. So I will definitely share that for you guys. And I also have to share a new cleaning routine for morning and a new nighttime cleaning routine as well. Because again, like with my kids kind of growing up a little bit more, because I filmed that about a year ago, that has kind of changed as well. So I will definitely be filming a morning, nighttime, and weekly cleaning routine and sharing that with you guys, hopefully pretty soon in the fall. But until then, I will actually leave in the description box below those videos from like a year ago, because they are a really good place to start. I think it was a good, easy cleaning routine. I don't do anything like crazy in the morning and night, but I do feel like having a cleaning routine really makes such a difference. And like also with a weekly cleaning routine, because it just kind of breaks up your cleaning so you don't have to spend an entire day of the week just cleaning. I kind of break it up that way. So definitely check those out if you're interested. They are some older videos, so things have changed a little bit, but they are a good place to start, and I will update you guys with some new ones very soon. The next question is, I'm just wondering, I've noticed you have like no clutter whatsoever. How did you manage that? Okay, I do have clutter. I have good ways of organizing some of my clutter, and I also am constantly trying to declutter, whether I do like big declutters or small declutters. One of my biggest tips for handling clutter is I actually have like a clutter box, and I kind of keep it behind my couch, so it's just kind of tucked out of the way. You may have seen it in videos. I'm not sure exactly how the angles go, but behind my couch I have a bin, and anytime I realize like I just do not use this, or this just keeps like getting taken out but it doesn't really have a good place to actually go, and I don't actually use it or anything, I will put it in that bin to go ahead and donate or sell or get rid of. And whenever it's full, I will just take it to Goodwill or wherever, or my husband will take it, and then it's just out of the house, out of your mind, and you're like kind of constantly decluttering without actually spending any time worrying about decluttering. And that's probably like my biggest, easiest tip is get a declutter bin, put it by your back door, put it behind your couch, just somewhere kind of out of the way but easily accessible. And then anytime you find something that you're not using anymore or something that you don't need, if you have like 10 coffee mugs and you only use 6 and there's always 4 sitting in there, then get rid of the 4 that you don't use and put them in that bin. And then once it's full, take it, get rid of it, and it's not taking any more space or any more time in your mind. But I am also going to be sharing some decluttering videos with you guys, because you guys have been requesting those like crazy, and I honestly have kind of been putting off things just because I've been busy with YouTube and busy with summer and life. But I really need to declutter a lot of things. So I will be sharing some videos like that with you guys over the fall. All right, the next question is, have you ever used Clorox bleach for cleaning and disinfecting? And if not, what do you use in its place for that 99.9 sterilization? So actually some of the natural cleaning products do have that like 99.9 sterilization. I believe Method has some, and I'm not sure if any others do, but I know Method has like some of the actually disinfectant products, and those are really awesome, and they smell really good, so you don't have like that bleach smell, and it's also not as harsh or toxic. And then also the e-cloths, surprisingly, they have a technology where it kind of locks it in and it is able to disinfect with just water. So that is amazing. You guys definitely need to try e-cloth. I feel like I'm constantly talking about e-cloth, but they are just amazing. I don't really find anything that cleans as well. It doesn't leave any streaks, and it's just used with water, and they're reusable. So once you buy them, you just can wash them and hang them up, reuse them, wash them again. I mean, they are awesome. I will have a link for them in the description box below. Grove does have them, and I think like Ace Hardware has them. I'm not sure where else otherwise in stores, but I know that I usually just get them on the actual e-cloth website, because they usually are having a sale on the 2 that I really love, which is the all-purpose cloth and also the glass and polishing cloth. Those are like my 2 most favorite ones, but they have a sale where you can get them like 2 for 1, or 2 for the price of 1. So you get a 2-pack for $8. So that's incredible because they are reusable. So I will leave that link down below. Definitely check those out and get you the e-cloth. You guys will love it. So the next question is, where and when did you learn your love for cleaning, and what is your least favorite chore? So again, I will point you guys to that video. I will leave it in the description box where I share tips on how to enjoy and love cleaning. And I feel like I just kind of learned those over time. But as far as my least favorite chore, I have to say it's mopping and putting away clothes. I don't know what it is. They're not even very hard, but they're just something I really don't like. So I always try and put them off. I try and stay on top of them because I know that I love it when they're done. It feels so nice to have nicely mopped floors, and it's, you know, annoying to have a bin full of clothes that are just sitting there getting wrinkled, but I don't love it. So I kind of force myself to do those ones. But I would love to know what your guys' favorite chores, or sorry, what your guys' least favorite chores are, if they are like mine or if they are something completely different, because it's funny the different things that people love and dislike, because I feel like everybody's least favorite should be those same ones. But I know everybody is so different. So leave me a comment down below letting me know what your least favorite chore is. Okay, the next question is, how do you control pet hair? Is it really just vacuum, vacuum, and vacuum some more? I would really like to see a video on cleaning when you have pets. Okay, yes, as you know, we have 2 dogs. We have a border collie and a chihuahua. We are pretty lucky that they don't shed like crazy, but I would say there are a few things that we do. One, our dogs are not really allowed on the furniture. We sometimes will let them, we'll have them like sit on our laps. Even the border collie sometimes, because she kind of would love to be a lap dog. But, you know, if we're sitting on the couch, they can like sit on our laps, but they don't just get on the couch on their own. And same with like the beds, like they don't climb in the beds. So we kind of just keep the dog hair off of those areas that way. And then I would say, just vacuuming is probably the biggest thing. We also brush them pretty regularly, which helps like take a lot of the fallout, you know, and you kind of can keep it contained when you brush it. And that way they're not just shedding all the time, because I feel like when you brush them regularly, they just won't shed quite so much. And to go along with that, this doesn't really have to do with hair, but I have to tell you guys, I've talked about this in previous videos before, but I use products called Odor Cleanse. And if you get the Source treatment from them, I will leave a link and a coupon in the description box below for you guys if you're interested. But if you get the Source treatment and then you dilute, I think it's like a 1/4 cup to like a 16-ounce bottle or something. Don't quote me on that part, but it's like a very little amount. And you spray it anywhere you have like dog smell or any smell really, it will just completely take away the smell. It's not like Febreze or like a room spray where you just all of a sudden smell something. Like you will spray it on and you will smell nothing. It is magic. It's insane. So definitely check that out if you have any issues with dog smell or pet smell. So the next question is, I have been using your essential oil hack in the sink and it's amazing. But my question is, how do you get it to smell stronger? I feel like I put so much down and it's a strong eucalyptus scent. So I'm guessing you're saying like it's not strong when you put it in the sink. And the thing that I would say about that is make sure you're getting high quality oils. So I actually go through Simply Earth. I feel like they just have such high quality oils, but it's way cheaper than like doTERRA or Young Living or any of the other really big, you know, reputable brands. And they ship it right to you. So whenever I use Simply Earth, I don't ever have that problem. It always is like, you know, plenty of a smell. You can definitely smell it. And same in my diffuser. I only have to put like 4 to 5 drops for an all day diffuse, and you can just smell it the entire day. And I have actually gotten other oils off of Amazon and just kind of like the lesser quality oils. And they're not even that much cheaper than Simply Earth, but I've noticed that like I will have to put like 10 or 12 drops in my diffuser and it's still not that strong, or I will have to put a bunch down my sink and it's still not that strong. So I really feel like the problem is probably that you are not using a high enough quality oil. So I definitely would recommend trying out Simply Earth. They are awesome, and like I said, they are much more affordable than the other bigger companies that have really high quality oils as well. But I will leave a link down below in the description box for those so you guys can check those out. But those are the oils that I use all the time. So the next question is, I went ahead and bought the Caldrea room spray and counter cleaner. I agree the smell is amazing. Is that your favorite? And what is your favorite essential oil to scent your home with? I'm always looking for things to make my house smell good. So yes, the Caldrea Sea Salt Neroli is my absolute favorite like cleaner scent. It smells so, so good. If you haven't tried that one, try it. It's amazing. I love it. And for my favorite essential oil to scent my home with, those kind of change between like the seasons, but I always love peppermint. Peppermint is like all year round. I'm always diffusing peppermint. Right now for summer, I'm loving the combination of lime and peppermint. And in my room, surprisingly, I love basil. Like I got it in my Simply Earth box a few months ago, and I'm starting to get close to being out of it because I'm diffusing it every single day. It smells so good, and it also has really good benefits. Like it helps like focus and calm you and everything. And so I just think that's a really good one to have in your room anyway, but it smells so, so good. I am pretty surprised because I don't think basil would smell that good, but it's good, you guys. So those are my favorite. And also I will say, I love anything citrus. Like grapefruit's probably my favorite citrus oil ever. And lemon is like a close second. I don't know, and orange too. I love anything citrus. So those are the ones that I pretty much will always put on my mops when I mop to give kind of like a little diffusing as you're mopping, especially if you use like a steam mop. And also those are the ones that I will put down my drain to keep my sink smelling really good. So the next question is, I am a new subscriber and a new mommy. What was your cleaning routine like with a baby? I was watching your videos. I love them, but I just don't see having that much time with a breastfed baby. Any ideas or tips for cleaning with infants? And what was your routine like after having a baby? So I kind of touched on this. I think it was in the personal Q&A, but if you have a baby, you have to be flexible with yourself and just know that things are not going to be as perfect as you might want them to be. You know, your house isn't going to be as clean, your laundry isn't going to be as caught up, your meals might not be as extravagant, and I think that's fine. And I think you just have to know that and accept that and just kind of have peace with that within yourself and know, you know, your baby will not be so little for so long. They will not be as needy to you, and just take that time with them and just completely enjoy them. But I will tell you guys, just because this is a cleaning video or cleaning Q&A, I will kind of tell you the same thing I told you in the personal Q&A. I would say get a carrier, like get a baby carrier that you can wear, or a baby wrap like the Moby wrap. I also love the Ergo baby carrier, I believe it is. And that makes such a big difference. Then you can just put your baby with you and walk around doing dishes, vacuuming, cleaning, whatever. And the baby will just usually fall asleep, especially when they're so little, or they will just enjoy it because they're like being snuggled basically by you while you're getting things done. It just gives you like an extra set of hands. So that is probably my biggest tip for having a baby and trying to keep a clean house. Just be easy on yourself, and also try and just kind of clean here and there and pick up as you go. Like if you're, you know, already bringing some dishes to the sink, if you see some shoes, just toss those in the shoe bin, or, you know, just kind of pick up as you go. And those little things don't seem like a lot, but when you get used to, you know, anytime you leave a room, try not to leave it empty-handed. It will make such a big difference, because then there won't be such a mess everywhere all the time, because you'll be kind of like always picking up and not really even noticing it. So that's another good tip. The next question is, do you have any tips to make and keep my trash can smelling fresh? I would say just make sure you clean it every couple weeks, just kind of wipe it out on the inside, and that will really help. And then the other thing is, I've actually found Odor Cleanse again has these little granules, and they are like odor absorbing granules. So you just kind of dump them in your trash can, or you can put them wherever, but I've kind of found some different ways to use them and I love it. So I will put them in my trash can sometimes if it's kind of like smelling stinky, and it will just absorb like all of the smell. I don't know, it's awesome. And then you can just take it and like vacuum it out or wipe it out or whatever. And you can also put those into your vacuum if your vacuum starts getting like a yucky scent, and that will do the same kind of thing. It will just kind of like absorb all of the smell, and then you can dump it out of the canister or out of the filter or whatever it is. And it kind of helps out with that as well. So that would be my tip for that one. Okay, so this is the last question that I'm going to answer today, and it is, do you have any tips for getting into routines and keeping your house more organized and clean? So I would suggest just watching some different routines, like morning cleaning routines, nighttime cleaning routines, daily cleaning routines, weekly cleaning routines, watching some of those on YouTube. I know they are all out there. I have a few. Again, I will link those in the description box below, and I will be updating some new ones this fall because things have changed. But I would watch them and get some ideas. One thing I would kind of stress when I tell people about like how to create a cleaning routine is, don't watch my video and say, oh, well, she mops, you know, twice a week, and then think you have to mop twice a week. Or don't feel like, oh, well, she changes the bedding every week, I need to change the bedding every week. Because then if that's not that important to you, don't put it in your routine, or it won't work. What you need to do is you need to kind of go throughout your week and think about like, what are the things that I always want clean every day? Do I want my dishes clean every day? Then put that into your routine somewhere. Do you want your floors vacuumed every day? Then put that into your routine. If you don't feel like it's important to vacuum every day and you want to do that every other day, that's fine. Or if you don't have animals, you don't have kids or whatever the case is, and you feel like you only need to vacuum twice or 3 times a week or once a week, just whatever you need, make sure that it's totally customizable to you, because if you're doing a routine because of somebody else, because you're following their routine, if it doesn't match your lifestyle and it doesn't match your needs, then it's not going to stick. So I've definitely done that where I see someone's routine and I'm like, I need to like dust my blinds every single week. But in the end, it's not something that I stick to because it's just something that I don't feel is that important for me. But I do feel like I need to go around and dust my furniture every week. So that's something that I might do that someone else might not do. If you guys are interested in like some tips on how to create your own cleaning routine, let me know in the comments below, because I can film something like that for you. I actually was planning to do that back a long time ago whenever I first shared my cleaning routines and kind of like tips and tricks on like how to actually come up with your own cleaning routine that is made just for you. And I don't know what happened, I just didn't film it. But if you guys are interested in seeing something like that, please let me know in the comments below. And again, if there's enough interest, I will definitely film that for you guys, because I do think having a routine is so important in keeping a clean house. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope you guys learned some new tips and tricks. As always, I do share lots of tips and tricks in my cleaning videos. So if you guys are ever looking for a little motivation and inspiration, definitely check those out. I will leave a Clean with Me playlist up here for you guys, and also it's down in the description box as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching today. Do not forget to subscribe down below if you are not already, and also follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you in my next one.